I be speaking facts, I be calling out, yeah. Play with me, hit you in the fucking snout, yeah. Bitch, I'm from the Shy, yeah, where people die, yeah. I be lying if I say I never cry, yeah. Bitch, I'm working hard, yeah, I gotta fly. Fuck the other side, they be telling lies, yeah. Hi bitches, what's good? It's Janae, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I wanted to talk about my opinion, my 2 cents, and where I stand on the whole "do you need dysphoria to be trans" debate. Now, in my last video, I had a few people that weren't focusing on my actual points and what I was trying to say. My last 2 videos, I mean, actually, mainly the one about why I hate the trans community. But yeah, so people weren't really listening to what I have to say because of the way I say it. I'm ghetto, I act a certain way. So, at risk of people not hearing my points in this video, I'm gonna refrain from being fucking ghetto as shit and like going at people and saying crazy shit, just so people can actually like kind of hear what I say, because if I don't, then nobody's actually gonna listen. I wanted to start by distinguishing the difference between transgender and transsexual. Transgender is identifying as something that is different than the sex you were born. So like AFAB, AMAB, like whatever you were born as, you identify as something different. And now this can be anything. This could literally be anything. It's just if you were born female, you don't identify with that. Now, transsexual is identifying as the opposite sex from which you were born. So that would be like if you're a male, then you identify as female, or vice versa. And then actually like going through the medical process of transition. Now, this is a key thing that people get very confused about. Like, being trans does not mean anything. It's very simple. It's as fucking simple as you just identify as something different. Now, like, I could literally be like, I identify as like a fucking cup. Like, that's stupid, right? And that's silly, and no one would actually do that. But the point is that the definition, that's all it is. And people make such a big deal about it. So, simply put, no, you don't need dysphoria to be trans factually. Now, that's not my opinion. Now, I want people to understand this. That's not my opinion. I believe in statistics and facts. I believe in truth, and I like to be right. So here's the thing, is that you can't change a definition. Well, you can, but like individuals, they can't change the definition. This is the understood definition that is used by medical professionals, scientists, and universities alike. So you can't just come in and say, oh, well, I think this, because it doesn't really matter. Factually speaking, you don't need dysphoria to be trans. That is true. Now, if we want to talk about opinions, first off, I don't really care. I don't have that much invested in this whole argument, but I do think it's stupid to medically transition if you don't experience dysphoria, because to me, that doesn't make any sense, right? But that's just to me, and at the end of the day, I'm not really going to care. If a person who doesn't have dysphoria wants to transition, that's their prerogative, and I could literally care less, because I'm on my own journey, I have my own hormones, and that doesn't affect me. Now, I wanted to move in on my opinions on this whole debate topic and this whole fucking disagreement that the trans community is having that has people so incredibly divided. It is so divided. We have created names for these people that fall into the different categories, being transmed and too cute. It doesn't make any sense. This issue is so minute compared to other things that trans people go through that it's really dumb and unproductive for us to put so much fucking energy in fighting over this. Because at the end of the day, the facts point to the fact that you don't need dysphoria. And now, you can have an opinion, but what does that really do? If you think like, alright, so it's your opinion that trans people need dysphoria to be trans. Why would you put effort in fighting against that? Because at the end of the day, people are going to do what the fuck they want to do, and people aren't really going to care about your opinion. So it just creates this big divide and just creates a bunch of yelling and screaming, and it's harmful for the people outside the community looking in, and for the people inside the community that are confused and maybe not know And as far as like trenders go and things like that, that's a possibility. But at the end of the day, I'm never gonna speculate on someone else's identity or whatever. But 100%, because there is so much media attention, because we are that group that's still fighting to be treated as normal, to be viewed as normal. There aren't as socially acceptable as other minority groups, like to the greater public. So we're still fighting for that. So that's why it is important that we have so many like eyes on us, and we are so visible, and that we're being talked about this much. That's why it's really being talked about. And I can see how like some people, because of that, could think it's desirable to be trans, or they want to be trans to be a part of this or whatever, but that's not for me to decide. And that's why I need y'all to understand, like, if you're trans and you have dysphoria and you believe in your heart that you need dysphoria to be trans, that's fine, but don't let it affect other people. Keep that to you. You don't need to fucking go talking about it 24/7, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter and doesn't do anything good. Like, imagine if we put this much effort into like figuring out why fucking black trans women keep dying and like trying to stop that. Wouldn't that be a much more positive thing? Or like in other states that have less transgender rights, let's focus on that. Let's focus on making it easier in every state in America to transition, and then even other places outside of the country that are way worse. Brazil has a major problem with violence against trans people. Why aren't we focusing on that? We focus all of our efforts on a fucking disagreement that's not helping anybody, because at the end of the day, you're just going to be like, oh, you need dysphoria to be trans, and then someone else is going to be like, oh, I don't fucking care, and they're still going to be themselves, and they're just screaming on the other side, oh yeah, you do need it, you don't, you do, you don't. Like, it's fucking stupid. It doesn't get us anywhere as a community, and it's not that big of a deal. What are you going to say? Oh, they're taking up resources? Well, yeah, not in my fucking state. In my state, I could just walk in and get my shit. So maybe we need to make it easier for trans people to get the medical care that they fucking need, so that people that you claim aren't trans aren't taking up those resources. You see? Like, don't blame that person. Blame the fucking system that's making it so fucking hard. And then what? Oh, these people are going to detransition? Why do you care? That's their life. If that happens to those people, then it fucking happens. But how does that affect you? Oh, because then they're going to spread this and that. Oh, and then, oh, transphobic people use these people as an example. But why would we pander to those people? Why wouldn't we just educate those people? And morally speaking, it's fucking wrong to like not support trans people. Like, that's a shitty fucking thing to do. So anyone who would use that, like, fuck them in the first place already. They already got fucking issues, and they need to not be a bigot, right? Anyways, I just wanted to open a conversation. Definitely let me know your 2 cents, thoughts, and opinions. Anything that you have to say in the comments down below. I love each and every one of y'all. I hope y'all having a great day. Anyways, peace out, bitches.